Design, bid, build. Design, bid, build, also known as the traditional method, is a project delivery method most commonly used in today's building industry. It involves three basic parties: an owner or an owner group, an architect or a design team, and a builder, also known as a general contractor. In this type of project delivery, these three parties have separate functions and clearly defined responsibilities. The owner, the driving force behind a project, is responsible for funding it and providing the idea along with the general scope of their needs. The architect's responsibility is to provide the owner with a design solution based on their requirements. At last, the builder is responsible for executing the design and managing construction. The design bid build process is linear in nature and it has few distinct milestones. After the owner supplies the idea, they work with the architect to generate a clear design concept, which in turn guides the design phase. When the design phase is completed, bidding takes place and a contractor is selected who later builds the project. So what exactly is design bid build and where does it come from? Prior to the 19th century, simple buildings didn't require much architectural or engineering design. When people in the American colonies wanted such buildings, they hired craftsmen, not companies. These craftsmen were responsible for the conception and execution of those buildings, and there was no separation between design and construction as disciplines. The processes used for design and construction changed over time, and by the 19th century, they were heavily influenced by economy and technology. The Industrial Revolution opened doors for a wide variety of inventions and new construction products. These innovations gave birth to many multi-story complex buildings, too much for the traditional craftsmen to design on the job. In the last 1.5 centuries, the economic growth and the technological change have been the main source of fragmentation in the industry, leading to a specialization on the job. At first, architecture and engineering were added to the university curriculums and design slowly separated from construction. Architects and engineers formed professional organizations like the American Institute of Architects, or AIA. Later, building science was also added to the university curriculums, and organizations like Associated General Contractors of America, or ACGA, were founded. This way, craftsmen were displaced from the industry and the relationship between today's architect and builder emerged. Architects provided the design, builders built what was designed, and the design bid build project delivery became common. It is a method in which the owner forms a separate contract with each of the parties involved, the design party and the construction party. In most projects, each of them can also form contracts with consultants in the case of the architect or subcontractors in the case of the general contractor. The traditional method differs from other project delivery methods in its three distinct and, most importantly, linear phases: design, bidding, and construction. During the design phase, the design party will first carry out a schematic design, or SD, the goal for which is to arrive at a clear concept. After the owner's review and approval, the design entity proceeds to more fully develop the design concept and preliminary specifications during what is known as design development, or DD. At the end of the design phase, after yet another review and approval of the owner, the architect prepares final drawings and specifications, also known as contract documents, or CDs. During the bidding phase, the owner, along with any professional assistance they might have, obtains competitive bids from a given number of qualified contractors based on the CDs completed earlier in the process. Each of the builders obtains a copy of the CDs, which is then either fully priced by them or split by subcomponents such as foundations, structure, electrical, and priced by their designated subcontractors. Once the owner receives the final bids, they will not be obligated to award the project to the lowest bidder. Rather, the choice will be made on the basis of price and builder competence. At the end of the bidding phase, the project is awarded to a builder, the contract documents are updated if needed, and issued for construction. During the construction phase, almost every component of a project is supplied and installed by specialized subcontractors. The general contractor often provides work with their own forces, but it is not uncommon for them to limit their involvement in the process to managing construction work and daily site activity. There are some benefits in the design bid build method compared to other project delivery methods. The owner stays in a position of control over the participants throughout the process. It is the most widely used delivery method, easily understood by all owners, designers, builders, lawyers, and insurance companies. In some states, and for some public owners, it is the only delivery method approved by the law. It encourages competitiveness, where contractors are asked to place the lowest bid based on plans and specifications, fosters objectivity, where a contractor is chosen because his expertise allows him to work more efficiently and therefore to bid at a lower price. It suits owners that build buildings based on prototypical designs improved by iteration, such as schools, retail stores, and food chains. As long as the number of such owners is increasing, so will the use of the design-bid-build method. There are also some drawbacks to the design-bid-build method compared to other project delivery methods. Long schedules during which a design has to be completed for a contractor to make a bid, delaying activities such as site work or foundation work, which do not require design completeness. Increasing building complexity makes it impossible to prepare flawless plans and specifications. Sophistication and specialization move expertise from designers to fabricators and specialty subcontractors who are not in charge of preparing construction documents. Contractors have to create shop drawings because designers prepare construction documents that are not useful for construction. Due to the lack of collaboration and risk sharing, participants develop hostile relationships amongst each other, often leading to lawsuits. There are some variations in the execution of the traditional project delivery method. One such deviation is a different bidding process. In this hybrid, the owner obtains bids from only a few pre-selected general contractors based on qualification, expertise, or previous experience. After bidding proposals are submitted back to the owner, the contract is awarded to one builder, which leads to the building process described earlier. So when does design bid build work better and where is it most applicable? As mentioned earlier, the traditional method works best with prototypical designs improved by iterations, such as schools, retail stores, and food chains. In such cases, the design team can fine-tune the contract documents after each project is completed. The design bid build will continue to be used in sectors of the industry where mass production at low cost and high quality is demanded. In small-scale projects, it is still the number one project delivery choice, and for young professionals, it is the first milestone on the path to successful project delivery career.